Hello, Epic Gamers. Artifact Molotok has returned after what has been an eternity and not making videos. This is because I've been dealing with my own life, trying to get myself into other things aside from Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've been pretty successful at that. But details about that are gonna be put out there later. But anyways, let's try to steer on topic for what the video is about. And this is the only reason I'm making a video today in particular is because of the new time rules about hand and deck checks. You cannot now, if you use Mind Crush on your opponent, you do not have the right to check their hand in order to verify exactly what's in their hand, in order to verify that they don't have the exact cards that you just called in their hand for them to discard. You don't understand how bad of a problem this is, and how easy it is for you to cheat people on your way up to the top. This is going to take away from credibility in anyone who gets a top at a YCS, anyone who faces against a Mind Crush, anyone who faces against a Lullaby of Obedience, anyone who faces against any hand or deck check cards that don't specify in the card text that you have to check your opponent's hand. Like in Mind Crush, it never said that you had the right to check your opponent's hand. It never said in the text, but it was just common sense. Okay, you say you don't have it? Prove it. I want to check your hand right now. Prove it. Prove to me that you don't have the card. I want you to prove it. This is just common sense. But now that Konami just came up with new rules that basically take this card and send it back to the scrap heap from whence it came. Translation, your Mind Crush can't do shit now in most competitive events. If you want to play it on a casual level or locals, where maybe the locals players are just not following the fucking rules or just being complete fucking rebels, go on right ahead, Chief. But take that garbage to a YCS, and trust me, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble for even trying to play a Mind Crush over there. And let me tell you, I'm pretty sure there are tons of super fucking smart pro players out there that are already figuring these things out. That already figured these things out way before I even thought about them. I'm going to be teaching you guys today exactly how, specifically when it comes to Mind Crush. This doesn't apply to the other cards, like Lullaby of Obedience, Royal Tribute for Gravekeepers, etc., etc. This applies specifically to Mind Crush because this is the most common example of this that's going to come up. I'm going to teach you exactly how to cheat and get away with it. That's right. There's a way for you to cheat depending on the situation. Step 1. You got to have quiet and sneaky external vision around you. While your opponent's busy doing their plays, or while your opponent's busy looking at your hand, you gotta take a look around real quick to see if there's a judge. If you see a judge, don't go for this because you're probably gonna get caught in the midst of this. Especially if there's a judge right in front of you watching your game. But if there isn't a judge around, and maybe you feel your opponent's really nice and your opponent's gullible, you can try to do this on them. Okay, here's an example exhibit that I have set up. We have a Trickstar player with Condina, Light Stage, and 3 back row. We have a Monarch player with a hand. The Monarch player is going to be the one obviously hustling the Trickstar player today. That's right, we're hustling Trickstars today. Ha ha ha. Worst matchup for Monarchs, by the way. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst. Okay. No, not yet. Okay, this is set up. We draw for our turn. And let's say they activate Mind Crush and they all of a sudden call Droll and Lockbird. What you gotta do is just skim through your hand real quick and just say, oh, I don't have Droll. Sorry, man. And then your opponent will be like, it's alright, man. Keep going with your turn. In reality, you do have fucking Droll in your hand. But you can't let them know that. So what you want to do is try to get your turn to go by as fast as possible, and then make their turn go by as fast as possible. So you can draw your next card, and then you can be like, oh, I drew draw. The only way they're gonna be able to solve this problem is if they have all the duels rolled just like the feature matches where Konami inspects all of the. One moment. But yeah, the only way they're gonna, again, to repeat myself, I just sneezed. Sorry, can't be avoided. The only way Konami's really gonna be able to stop these potential cheaters is if they run all of the matches like the feature matches, where they have the hands being shown live, or on their screens, and then if they see cheating, they can send a judge over there like immediately. Like, they're going to have to babysit these players because there's always going to be someone that's going to try to cheat the system. I mean, that's life. Life is a game of how much you can hustle the system. But anyways, back to more important matters. Okay, so now you want to do your turn as fast as possible. Don't let them know you have draw. You can't let them know you have draw. Even if they go into the reincarnation play against you, you can't let them know you have draw, not yet. Go in with your Ada play. No. Better example. Use your Stormforce, tribute that, summon that. Okay, that's in the graveyard now. My bad. Yeah. Activate your domain. Looking good. Now you have these 3 cards in hand. Let them take their turn. They draw whatever. They do their turn. And as long as you keep a judge away from them, you try to make them go as fast as possible, so you won't look suspicious amongst the judge. You try to speed them up and say, "Oh, they're slow playing. They're slow playing. They missed their chance in order to try to get the judge there. Now you're gonna punish them for it. Now you want to speed them up as fast as possible, and now you draw for your turn, and boom, you got them, because now there's no way to prove whether you drew draw on this turn or the previous turn before. There's no way to prove it. Exactly my point. The only way they're going to be able to stop any potential cheaters in the future is if they have judges monitoring the duels from live cameras the entire time, the entire tournament. They're going to have to babysit competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players, because here's the thing. When you give someone the opportunity to cheat and they can do it well, they're going to do it. Now, this may not work for everybody, but there's going to be at least 1 or 2 people that are going to be able to work around a mind crush like this and just straight up cold blood say that you don't have draw. In reality, you have draw. And they're thinking to themselves, shit, I have draw. What do I do? Oh, let me just say I don't have it. And just play all cool. Don't act too tense. Don't act too cocky. Don't act too cool. Just stay cool, calm, and collective. Play the game as if you normally would. Just act as if you didn't have the card. Okay, if you didn't have the draw, oh, I don't have draw. You have the draw? Oh, I don't have draw. And your facial reactions and your eyes have to be able to show and embody that you truly believe that you don't have the fucking card. In reality, you do have it in your hand. If you can do this and pull this off, Mind Crush will never work on you. That, as long as the judge is not around, as long as the judge is not staring at your game, if there's a judge around, okay, you gotta concede. Alright, I have draw. But yeah, guys, this is just one example of how the rules are just gonna be massively abused amongst players. And since we have a little bit of time left before the 10-minute mark on this video, let me go through some of the other rules that I find quite hilarious. How the sleeves with images are now banned from tournaments. It's like, okay, hey, like, you know those Yu-Gi-Ohs, those Yugi sleeves and those Kaiba sleeves that Konami would sell? Now you can't use that for tournament play, because apparently the sleeves are see-through. And you know how marking is a big deal in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It's stacking and stuff like that. So yeah, that's another rule that I personally find hilarious. The fact that they would have to go in order to take the time to ban sleeves with images on them. Now you have to sell for Ultra Pro sleeves, Hypermat Minis, Eclipse sleeves like these. These are Eclipse, by the way. Nice, really good sleeves for their price. You have your sleeves as well. Well, you have the Ultra Pro sleeves as well. You go with the right locals. You can get the Ultra Pro sleeves for $4 a piece. You can get the clip sleeves for $6 to $7 a piece, depending on which locals you go to. You know, I personally use Hypermats, minis. Those are my favorites. Those will always be my favorites. But yeah, guys, this is exactly how you're gonna cheat at a YCS or at regionals or at a locals when you're playing someone. And even if the guy you're playing is a dick, just same thing, same strategy. Maintain cool composure, rush through your turn, rush through their next turn as fast as possible, draw your next fucking card, and you got him. There's nothing they can do. There's no way to prove, and this is just recap at this point. So, again, just to recap. Just to skim through it one more time. Just to do it again. Okay, Trickstars. They establish the board. You go next. No. You draw. Okay, Mind Crush. They declare Draw and Lockbird because Draw and Lockbird fucks up Trickstars really bad, right? Okay, just in cold blood, just say that you don't have Draw. In reality, you have the card in your hand. Because they're not allowed to inspect your hand anymore according to new tournament rules. Okay? Now you have to skim through your turn as fast as possible. Domain, Majesty's Fiend, standard lock, right? Okay. Make them skim through their turn as fast as possible, and then you draw, and then you got them. And I'm just doing this for recap for those who are a little slow and just don't understand simple concepts the first time they're said to them, like some people I know. So, yeah, guys, this is how you're going to cheat at a YCS and punishing Konami for their poor rule selection. This is Artifact Mortal signing out. Peace.